Good morning. Nick Markey here, physical therapist, online fitness coach, going on my morning walk and live talk with my little buddy here, Snickers. Good girl. Well, it is Friday and it is a beautiful day here. As you can see, the sun is shining bright. Not a lot of clouds in sight. I'm really rhyming well right now. So I got a little hot and heavy yesterday. Today we'll kind of dip in a little bit again. Today I wanted to talk about creating a purpose in your life. I am of the mind that, there's always that question of what's the meaning of life, blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, it's really hard to say, what the meaning of life is. And I think it's actually up to you to create that. And so you can kind of see meaning and purpose in similar boats. And ultimately you have to figure out and create this purpose for yourself. So for me, for example, I find purpose in several things. One would be my family, making sure my family is, taken care of and can live enjoyable lives, right? We have 3 children, so making sure that I give them what the best thing they can have. They have, a loving home, loving parents, and, the things they need to thrive. Okay, so there's purpose there. And so a lot of you parents out there probably share that similar purpose. Professionally, on my physical therapy end, I find purpose in trying to get rid of all the silly BS out there about pain and recovery and injury, particularly back pain. There's a lot of crazy bullshit out there, part of my language. So I find purpose in helping people see through that and recover in a way that's not so silly. No silly BS approach, I guess you could say. I also find purpose in, as we talked about yesterday, helping others realize that they are worth it. A lot of people struggle with low to no self-worth, like I have and do. And it's not just something you can just flip a switch and you're good, like just tell yourself, oh, I love myself, so I'm good now. And so it takes time and understanding, and you may need some sort of outlet, something that gives you the space to open up and create that worth for yourself, which probably involves creating said purpose, finding a purpose. And just like anything, just like building muscle or learning a skill or, learning a foreign language, you work at something every day in terms of that, right? So every day you work at your purpose and you do little things towards that purpose, right? So again, for instance, yesterday I had a pretty heavy live, video talking about, how I've gone through and, still struggle with little no self-worth and even having suicidal thoughts, right? So that little act, that 10-15 minute video, it may reach somebody who also struggles with that, and maybe they see that and they're able to start opening up and start helping helping improve their lives and their thoughts and, how they feel about themselves, a little bit. So little small things each day do count, right? As I said before, that 5-minute walk you go on counts, right? The set of squats you do count. Every little thing you do counts. So the goal is, can you apply those little things every day towards, whatever it is you ultimately see for yourself. And there does, in terms of this creating a purpose, there is, a little bit of thinking, I guess, involved, because, sometimes we just kind of get set on a path that we think is the thing we want to do, and maybe it's really not what makes us happy. So there might be some reflection on that sense, like kind of looking at what you're doing and if it's actually what you want. And then you might just, kind of come across it, like you might just kind of stumble upon, something and realize, wow, this is really interesting. This really makes me happy. And then, you start applying and working at it to start kind of creating that purpose for yourself. Because, on one end, to get, I guess, philosophical, you have like complete nihilism, right? Where it's like you have, we're just a speck of dust in, big, gigantic universe that, is cold and brutal, which is true. That's, true. And then on the other hand, you have, actually, I just don't know the other end of the spectrum on that. It's just basically that's true. So, in a sense, our lives, compared to this gigantic universe, really have no inherent meaning, right? Like we're another animal on this earth, and we get to create that meaning for ourselves. It's not something we're just, packaged and given. You get to walk on the earth and you get to create the meaning and then eventually your purpose yourself. And to reiterate, I think it's not something that's probably just going to be like, you snap your fingers and it pops up. It's probably something you do every day. And then you align your choices towards that purpose or goal or whatever, right? So, if my purpose is to be a healthy father, healthy, happy father, so that I can, provide a loving home and all the necessary things for my family to thrive, then I need to take care of myself, right? I need to make sure I, stay in reasonably good shape. I need to stay mentally healthy, right? So for me, these daily walks, and once I get back in the gym as well, because I do enjoy going to the gym. I just have been low motivation on working out, but we are also building our garage gym, so that'll help too. Staying fit and healthy that way, for me, aligns with that purpose, right? And then also the mental aspect. And again, I always talk about how the mental and physical are, I'm not a dualist, so they're all one and the same. But, the mental part, mental aspect of me, I'm working on via, doing these lives really helps. Talking about it, writing about it, talking to my family, talking to my friends, and then actually going for professional help. So my choices in that regard are more aligning with that purpose to stay healthy and happy so that I can provide the best for my family. So yeah, in short, if you want to skip to the end of the video, Oh, good morning, Cindy. In short, start, if you haven't really, think about what meaning, what your life means to you, and what purpose can you serve. You might be already serving it right now, and it just is good to do some self-reflection. You might just kind of been going through the motions and not really thinking about it. That's okay. Sooner, it's always better late than never. And, start thinking about, what's your purpose. If you want some homework, just spend a couple of minutes today thinking about what's your purpose on this earth and with the people around you that you love and care for, and then start looking at your choices and see, do they align with that purpose, right? If that is my purpose, are my choices coinciding with that? And I think that's probably good. Continue my walk, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.